Welcome to Lexan TV, and on this episode of We Cookin', we're going to be treating you something really special. Now we know, during the holiday period, we tend to overindulge just a tad bit. And after that, we'd like to take a little break, give our body a little break from the routine. I have a special guest with me today who's going to be preparing a plantain lasagna. It's wholesome, it's tasty, it's healthy. And yeah, I know most of you are probably saying, no meat, what? But like I say, it's a new year, you probably have New Year's resolution, and guess what? This is a good way to start as well and try something different. When we come back, I have Joachim Joseph. He's going to prepare a really tasty plantain lasagna right here on We Cookin', right after this. Welcome back. So as promised, I have someone who's going to be preparing a plantain lasagna right here at We Cookin'. And at this point in time, I'd like to welcome him to join me on set. Mr. Joachim Joseph. How's it going?
Good, thanks.
Hey, protocol this, protocol that, hey. How you doing?
Good, thanks.
Okay, so I think it's safe to say Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
Yeah, all is well?
Yeah.
Fantastic. And I see you are going to be surprising us today. Our stomachs are going to be very happy today with this lasagna. And it's not just a regular lasagna, it's a plantain lasagna. Plantain, by the way, folks, my favorite. Tell me about, firstly, before I leave you to do all your bits and pieces, Joachim, why vegan? I mean, there's no meat involved in this dish. And I know this is definitely, what inspired you to come up with this recipe?
Why vegan? For me, a couple of years ago, kind of came to a realization that I cared for animals, firstly, and also realized that many people were dying. Nobody close to me yet, but yeah, thank God. And then when you look at the causes, it kind of goes back to what we eat. So then I made some changes to my diet. Started trying it, and then I started enjoying it. I started experimenting, and I started getting a hang of it, and started, less meat, and then, eventually I got to cooking strictly vegan, and I would say it has been more fun since than when I was cooking like meat dishes before, you know, and
it's quite, without jumping in, I mean, it's quite exciting. People don't realize. People are like, there's no meat, so you're missing something or you're missing the action. But I can tell folks that I've spotted a lot of your creations on your social media platforms, Instagram specifically. And man, let me tell you, I can just imagine how they taste because they look so crazy. They look wild. I know once you did something with soursop and fish.
Yeah, I made a soursop fish once.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So tell us about the plantain lasagna. Okay. Tell us about it. I know we have all the ingredients already laid out. Tell us a little bit about it. What do you use for your meat? And I know you're going to get into that soon.
So for meat replacement, if you want to call it that, what we use is we have a mix here of lentils, chana or chickpea, black beans, which were all softened. They were soaked overnight. They were boiled, and then softened, and then it was seasoned with a seasoned blender I made from our local seasoning. We have at least 2 types of basils here. Chive or chive, how some people pronounce it. Garlic, enough garlic, fresh garlic, enough fresh onion. What else we have there? Thyme. And some seasoning peppers, enough seasoning peppers, and a couple hot peppers blended to season this. With some sea salt, of course. Nice. So, and then this is one layer of it. We're going to use this spinach here. What I'm going to do is stew it, if you want to call it stew, similar to how many people might know to do callaloo into a stew.
Right.
Basically the same thing, using fresh coconut milk. Right. And some seasoning and
and then the plantain.
Enough with plantain.
And the plantain acts like the pasta.
Yeah. Instead of using the if you want to call it gluten.
Got it.
Then,
Yeah.
and this is a more healthy
This is so
choice.
good. Listen, I am excited. I'm so excited to find out how this is going to turn out, but more importantly, how it's going to taste. So when we come back, I'm going to give Joachim his space to do his thing, work his magic for his plantain lasagna. You're going to do your thing in a few minutes. We'll be right back. It's We Cooking right here on Lexan TV.
Create this beautiful plantain lasagna. The first thing we're going to do today is get these plantains caramelized. I'm going to sprinkle some nutmeg and some cinnamon, and it's going to be fried in a little bit of coconut oil. Not fried fried all the way through, but fried golden enough. And then we're going to set that aside, and then we're going to go to making our simmered minced pea and bean. And then lastly we'll do the spinach, the stew spinach. To a pan, we're going to add a little bit of coconut oil. Once it's heated, we're going to add some chopped garlic and onions. Then we're going to add some of the fresh seasoning blend. Then we're going to let that caramelize until we get that aroma. Now we're going to take the spinach, chopped spinach, we're going to add that. We're going to keep the flame high and get it cooking, get it melting. Keep stirring. Then for a few minutes we're going to let it cook on a high heat. Keep adding the spinach gradually. Keeping this on a high because I need this to melt as fast as possible. Some of the time, put this in. Add some fresh coconut milk. And just stir this in a bit. I'm just going to let this simmer now on a medium to high heat. So the plantains are ready. Back on the spinach, almost ready. Just mash a little bit. Thyme and a little bit more onions, and almost done. To start off this minced pea and bean mixture, just a little bit of oil. In this pan, just a little bit of garlic, some of this white onions. Some of this crushed tomato. And add some dried basil and dried oregano. A little bit of brown sugar. Another layer of our plantain lasagna will be this lentil, chana or chickpea and black bean, minced, seasoned already. I'm just going to add a little bit. Get this mixed in. Just to add a little bit of water. Now we have some cauliflower just chopped fine. Carrots. And then some frozen peas. Mix it all in. Add some sea salt. A little bit of chili powder. Like a smoky flavor, we just add some paprika. Mix this in. Smell it. Slow. Now for the bacon part, we're going to do the bottom layer first, which is going to consist of plantains first. Create a nice base. So here we have our first layer of plantain. Now to add this black bean, chana or chickpeas, lentils, all softened, then seasoned. Then we added some cauliflower, green peas, frozen peas, carrots, and then we simmer this down all in a tomato-based marinara, if you want to call it. Yeah. And now we're gonna add the second layer to our dish. For me, I like overloading. Yeah. Is it there? Next, we're gonna add this spinach that we cooked down in coconut milk and some fresh seasoning. This is our third layer. This one doesn't need to be tightly packed, this layer, just no need it to be like the second layer, the beans and peas. Make sure you have a taste of this spinach in every bite. This is it's a nut-based cheese made from almond, habanero style. So there's some pepper in here. Just gonna put a light, not much, layer of cheese, a light layer of cheese. And then now, a final layer is more plantain. So from each corner, we're gonna cover it up with plantain. See, if you look, you can still see some of the nutmeg and cinnamon that was fried in. And that's the final layer. And just to finish it off, is just some of the almond cheese. I'm not putting much of the cheese. So now we have a beautiful plantain lasagna layered, and our oven is preheated, so we're going to put this into the oven for about 20 minutes on probably about 350 degrees to 400 degrees. This beauty straight into a preheated oven and bake for about 20 minutes.
Welcome back and Happy New Year again. Listen, for this episode of We Cooking, I have been patiently awaiting for the revealing moment to taste, yes, the plantain lasagna. And Joachim has been so kind to put all his effort and energy into this dish, and drum roll please. It's time to reveal.
Yes,
Joachim,
I
have my plate and my cutlery here, and I am patiently awaiting. So let's see what's happening right behind us. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, wow. Wow. Look at that. Oh my goodness. And you can see all the cheese is just doing its thing on the top. And this is a vegan dish. It is a plantain lasagna. And Joachim, remind us again what's in the dish.
Right. So our bottom layer is the same as our top layer, which is the plantain, which we caramelize in the coconut oil firstly, and we add a little bit of nutmeg and cinnamon just to add some more flavor to the plantain. Then we had the lentil, chickpea, and black bean, which were in a tomato base, or if you want to call it a marinara, seasoned and then simmered. To that we added some cauliflower, carrots, chopped carrots, green peas, and
spinach.
Spinach was seasoned, and it was melted and seasoned in the pot, and then we added some coconut milk to finish cook it off. A little bit of sea salt. All simple recipes, but they are very effective. Very effective. And so then we layered off after the plantain. We layered off with the peas and beans. Then we added the spinach. Then we put a little bit of the almond cheese. And then final layer was the plantains. With the plantains, and they look so beautiful.
All right, so I have my plate right here, and if you can do the honors, get me a piece of that, because there's also some more information we want to share with you regarding Joachim and his delicious and tasty treats. Wow. And remind folks again, if anyone wants to try this at home, it takes what, maximum 20 minutes, 25 minutes, if so much?
The baking period, yes. Yeah. The baking period.
The baking, yes.
But you have to prep, you have to prep everything else, and then,
Well, like preparing all delicious meals, it is a process, of course. Wow. Oh, wow. It smells so good.
Look at this.
Look at that. And I'm getting a whiff of the coconut oil, the organic coconut oil. That smells so good, man. It smells so good. Joachim, I know lots of folks, the first time I met you, if I have to have that big reveal moment here, because I know you do lots of different things in terms of supplying or providing your service with delicious. I remember I had your tasty aloo pie along with your tamarind sauce, and that was delicious. Tell folks about you and your services that you offer with all your tasty treats and meals, and how they can connect with you.
What I have is a weekly menu. However, it would not be stable, because from the time I started about a few months ago selling, I started about a year ago selling, started off with the aloo pies, but then I kept changing and adding to the menu, like removing and adding more, because I don't want to keep a boring menu,
Yeah.
So On Sundays, I do a vegan pancake mix. You get a stack of pancakes. There's no flour involved in that one, and there's a blueberry and mango syrup that I make from scratch. Well, everything I make basically is from scratch, and it's topped off. On Tuesdays, I do a beetroot burger. A few people might have heard about it already. I had it already. It's a beetroot burger, which is made. You can either have it with bread or plantain instead of the bread. Wednesday and Fridays, I do the aloo pie with the tamarind sauce, as you mentioned.
Delicious.
And yeah, on Saturdays, I do full plates. Yeah. So you get
a full meal.
Yeah, a full meal. Yeah.
Nice.
On Saturdays, and yeah.
Nice. And Instagram, they can just find you, Joachim.
To connect, I would preferably WhatsApp and Instagram.
Right.
So my WhatsApp is 449-5243. And Instagram is my name, Joachim, Joachim, Jamil, Joachim Jamil. That's it. Yeah.
Joachim Jamil. So they gotta check you out. Joachim, I appreciate all the information you're sharing here, but you know what I'm more interested in right now?
Tasting.
So, okay folks, so this is the moment I can't say you've been waiting on, but maybe you've been waiting on me to taste it, and I've been waiting on tasting it too. So I have to say, plantain. If any girl doesn't like plantain,
a piece of everything.
Here we go. The seasoning. It is very delicious and very spicy.
Yeah.
I love the zing of the spice in it.
And the spinach, yeah.
Oh yeah. It is a bit hot, so if I'm chewing rather awkwardly, it's because it's a bit hot. But this is very delicious. Wow. This is this is really delicious. And folks, remember, we've shared with you all the ingredients involved in this tasty meatless dish. Reminding you again, it's a brand new year. You probably have a new resolution on your list, either you want to do it 21 days, 30 days, whatever, or just one day. Just give something totally different in terms of your, what you consume. Shock your body into something new, yeah? Vegan. And I'm not preaching veganism or anything. I'm just saying try something new, all right? Mix it up just a tad bit. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you so much.
Working in the heat under the lights and everything.
Thank you.
This is absolutely amazing. Very delicious. Yeah, man, it was worth it. All the best with your future.
Thank you so much.
Business and everything, all right?
Yeah, man, thanks.
All right, folks, this is the conclusion of another exciting edition of We Cooking. I want to say a hearty thank you to our gracious host for allowing us to storm the kitchen for today. Thank you so very much. You know who they are. Thank you so much also to our guest chef for today, Joachim Joseph. Don't forget our YouTube channel is up and running. You can check it out. Click subscribe and also check out our Facebook page. Like, share, comment today. Thank you for enjoying all the episodes thus far. Until next time, it's Accent TV, where it's all about life. And it's time to eat. Take care. Bye-bye.